Welcome to Backwater Casting. I'm your host, Rick Green. Today we're fishing on beautiful Spednick Lake for some autumn fishing for smallmouth bass. My guest today is fellow tournament angler and NBSFA Chairman Bert Beek. So come join us as we hit the water for some smallmouth bass action.
I have a skitter pop, a Rapala skitter pop.
How big?
It's a big one.
9.
Yeah, it's a number 9. It's made for big fish, I think.
It is that. I've got a little jackall topwater, Pop Grande.
Usually the fish that hit this are usually big. I will use the rubber, go to rubber, but most of the time I like the hard baits, especially first thing in the morning. Later on in the day, start using the rubber. Yes, sir. Rick, do you want the net or do you gonna bring
No,
that?
I'll get this guy's not very big.
Old fashioned.
No, the big ones will net him. There you go. You like my little top? Boy, did he ever like it, too. He got her. There's a piece of crayfish going, yeah.
Lots of crawdad.
Boys, he ate that. I mean,
Need the pliers, brother?
Yeah, I got him right here.
Yeah, jackall makes a great product.
Yeah.
That was a nice fish, Rick.
That's a good start. He's not a monster, but he's a good start. Top water in the morning.
There he is.
Another
There's
one.
a nice one. Oh, nice little girl. Come here, little girl.
Well, there's bait out here.
Healthy fish, eh? Very, very healthy fish. Nice and fat, short, stout. This guy's been eating chicken wings.
He's been eating their version, lobster.
They change colors like a chameleon, right? Depending on their surroundings.
Okay, so first time using this.
That's not a bad fish, Rick. No, it's a nice
That
looking fish.
goes to show you, though. I mean, that's a big bait.
A lot of big fish come up after it.
Yeah, he's a chunk.
Yeah, that guy gets some shoulders.
Yeah, he's not bad. Hey, we're getting up inside. He's bigger than the last one.
Rick, right in front of the boat. Look at there. Look what come up.
Yeah, I've got the brakes on, so go ahead.
Boy, I'm gonna go get him.
Oh, Bert's got one too. We got our first daily
There
double.
we go, brother.
Bert spotted that one rolling up front. That guy's a high too, big belly.
Yeah, he's fat, eh?
Yeah.
That's a beautiful fish.
How's the one you got on there, Bert?
Yeah, I'm gonna say he's 2+. He's fighting.
Net?
No, oh, I don't think I need a net.
Yeah.
Come here, big fella.
That's another good fish.
I try to pull them out. There you go, big fella. Oh, I seen a fish raise. It would seem like they're feeding, they're chasing minnows out of the water. So they're either chasing minnows or chasing something else. As soon as I seen the wake on this nice clear lake, it's flat, seen that little movement on top, threw it right where it was, let it sit, and he took it. And it's on the other side of the boat, Rick.
Yeah, first one.
Yeah.
First one.
Other side of the boat, just leave it out there and let it sit, and he come up to see what it is. That's another.
That sounds good, Bert.
That's another,
sounds like a good one.
another nice fish. Come here, big fella. Boy, look, he's fat, eh?
Yes.
Yes, sir. Get the pliers here. What a beautiful fish, huh?
Nice, yeah.
Just healthy, look at that.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Like you say, do nothing, eh? You just
Just
sit there
throw
and
it out and
food.
let it sit. See you next year, pal. All I did is threw the top water out, let it sit. Don't even move it. Just throw her out and let her sit. And the next thing you know, I heard the splash and he hooked himself. I think a lot of times when we're fishing top water, we're too anxious.
Must have been a weed patch or something.
Something there. I'm watching the graphs as we go. We just passed over a bunch of heavy duty weeds. I'm not doing nothing, throwing it out and just letting it sit. Come to daddy. Boy, they're beautiful fish.
That's another good fish too.
You know what? They're healthy, they're nice. What another nice fish, just fat. Easy, 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 easy. Yeah, a beautiful fish. Another beautiful fish. Just beautiful. This fish, oh, he's about 2 1/4, I guess. Yeah, just beautiful. Gorgeous. You catch those all day long.
Just feisty. Yeah, I got 18 inches of bass and 3 feet of grass. There we go. Look at that.
Size, Rick?
Oh, pound and a quarter. Fat though, look at the size of his belly and stuff. He's a chunky little guy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I got a whole pile of bait or something. That looks like bait to me, or mixed weed right here underneath.
Hello, little fella. This is definitely one of the smaller fish today.
Sign of a healthy population.
Come here, big fella. That's just a small one, but he's good and healthy. Nice, another nice fish.
And
They're just beautiful, the colors.
We're around grass, so I'm going to drop that again for a minute.
Yeah, go ahead, brother. Here you go, big fella. It was either he got it or another one got it.
That is a humongous rock right there, boys and girls.
Is it?
That's a massive rock right there.
Okay. I'll get out of your way here.
Oh, nice fish too.
That's a beautiful fish.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you, there's been days I'd like to own those.
Yeah. Yeah. This old jack off the topwater. You don't always need a giant topwater to get a big fish. That's a little, look at the belly. Look at how wide that guy is.
He's fat. Eh?
That's
He's
crazy.
been feeding.
That's how sharp those little hooks are. But yeah, he has got a huge belly. I don't know what he's been eating, but he's getting ready for winter for sure. Filling her up. So that last fish came off of the rock pile up there a bit, so maybe there'll be a buddy on this one. That come up quickly too. It looks like it's an edge there too. It's going that way, I think. Yeah, good one.
Oh, I got him caught sideways. I love it when they jump all over the place.
Yeah, feisty.
Unless you're in a tournament.
Unless you're in a tournament, yeah.
Then you're just praying. Oh, that is a fat fish. Come here, big fella. You just relax. Relax. Uncle Bert's going to get you off here. That's another nice fish.
Well, so far today, it definitely seems like you got to be on the grass. Other than that one fish that came off that rock pile.
Yeah. Most part when I'm fishing the top waters, I'm looking for drop-offs or weeds. One of those two. And if I find a drop-off, I'll fish the edge of that drop-off. I love bringing a top water out of deep into shallow, from the deep into the shallow. Those are almost like big rock piles.
That's what it looks like. As we're pushing away from it, the breeze is pushing us out and away.
Yeah, Rick's got a pretty good one on, I think.
Light rod. Feels all right though. Oh, he's tough, just a tough guy.
You see that, how he pulled that rod down?
Well, he's probably a pound because he's so fat. Bert's got one a little bigger back there, so that's our second daily double. He just picked up a big piece of crayfish too.
Come here, you little devil. Turn around. Thank you, sir. Beautiful. Fishing the shore now with a 1/8 ounce jig, a jig head, with a green pumpkin with an orange tail and black speck too. And Rick's got one on again there.
He's little.
He thinks he's a boss.
They all think they're the boss. That's smallmouth.
Females.
They all think they're the boss. Just little. Hook fell out as soon as I took the tension off them. They're eating well. Again, another guy with a big belly. Welcome back to Backwater Casting. Well, Bert and I are having a ball catching smallmouth bass here in the lake. We're going to take a few minutes and chat with them about the New Brunswick Sport Fishing Association and the role they play in children's fishing tournaments in the province.
This is the third attempt at that fish. You know what? Oh, that's a nice one.
I thought I saw him for a sec. He looked like a 2, maybe a little bigger.
Oh, that's a nice fish, Rick, yeah.
He feels like he's bigger. I'm sure he's only a 2 something.
Yeah, I think he's about 2.5, maybe 2 3/4. Nice fish.
I think he's growing, Bert.
Yeah.
In the boat. He's a chunk. A small hook, but boys, I had him right in the corner. Very nice. They're definitely feeding up for fall. They all have big, big bellies on them.
We got a bank full of them here. Try to stay out of your line, Rick.
Yeah, he's
oh,
decent.
I'm
just
jump.
right under the boat. So
I like jumpers, eh? I love them.
Me too.
Not in a tournament, though.
Not in a tournament, no. Thou shalt not jump in a tournament.
Yeah, that's right. Thou shalt stay in the water where thou belong.
Something I think surprising today is we're not seeing followers. And I would think this time of year they're typically feeding up. You'd think that there would be some followers.
You'd think you'd see 2 or 3, right, at once?
Big uns.
Yeah, big uns, yeah. That's the southern talk. Those big uns. This is just a small one. Another nice little fish. Nice and fat, short and fat.
So Bert, why don't you tell the folks a little bit about your role with the New Brunswick Sport Fishing Association?
I've been with the NBSFA probably the past 15 years. I've been on the executive probably the past 13 years. For the past 2 years, I've been the chairman of the New Brunswick Sports Fishing Association. Prior to that, I was the treasurer. And then prior to that, I was the treasurer for a number of years. And then prior to that, I was the chairman for 5 years in a row. We're a not-for-profit organization. 100% of everything that we take in, be it money from the fishermen, money from the sponsors, and any other monies that come in from whatever sources, goes back to the fishermen.
So as chairman, what's the workload like?
There's a lot of work to it, a ton of work. It's like anything else. You got to take the good with the bad. Oftentimes when you're fishing, I find anyway, I'm fishing, you're always thinking before you get there, making sure things go right. When you're on the water, you're thinking about, you know, what's waiting for you when you get back, and then when you get back, you know, you got the prize ceremonies and the whole thing on the tournament side. I'm going to step down this year as a chairman, give that a rest. I mean, I've been on it, like I say, the executive for a number of years. Let Larry Sanford take it for a while, and then we'll go from there.
No, it's still there. You must have puked something up.
The crayfish. Now, you know what? They're not touching the tube.
These are deep, though. These are on the outside.
I'm fishing out on the outside,
there,
dragging her. It's funny, eh?
Yeah. Goodness. Come on up here. Get. Come here, young man. Not as big as the last one, but a nice healthy fish nonetheless. There we go, nice right in the corner of the mouth.
You're using a circle hook, eh, Rick?
It's an octopus hook, yeah.
Octopus hook,
style. Yeah, gammy's nice and sharp.
Yeah. There's a rock right there, Rick.
There's rocks everywhere.
But I noticed that rock and I threw right beside it. And that just happened to hit, and that little fella decided he wanted it. Mr. Crawdad.
Well, I got another one right behind Bert. I guess Bert's has still got his in his hand, so I guess this would qualify as another double. He said this guy doesn't want to come up. He took that. I had just retied and tossed that over there while Bert.
That's the kind of guy you want to see, though.
Yeah.
There he is. Oh, he's a nice fish. Look at that's why he didn't want to come up. Look at the size of him. I like to have that fish in a tournament, Rick.
Yep.
That's a beauty.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah. There's many tournaments I would like to see something like that come in the boat.
Oh, you and me both, my man. You and me both. He's broad through the body and wide across the belly.
You'd have been happy to see that guy come in.
Yeah, many a times. Well, Bert, what's the big difference between the Oromocto Kids Tournament and the one in Woodstock?
The Oromocto Kids Tournament, the NBSFA fellas and others will bring their boats, and what we do is we put a child in each of the boat, and they take them out on the lower river and fish with them. They're fishing for smallmouth bass, chain pickerel, and perch. As well, each kid is fed through a barbecue. They go from 8 to 12, they come in, they eat at the barbecue. Once the barbecue is over, then we go into the prize ceremony.
So that Woodstock Kids Tournament, how do you work that out for the boaters and the kids? Because the adult tournament is on Saturday and Sunday.
What the kids there do is they fish in the Muskogee on day 2. We do not allow our fishermen to come into the Muskogee to fish on that day. That's where we transfer all the fish on day 1. We throw them all back into the water in the keg, we call it. The kids get to come in, they're fishing offshore. That tournament will yield well over 100 kids most times. And as most of the guys say, that's the future of our sport, if you will.
It's not real big.
Boy, they can fight though, eh, Rick?
Yeah, they can pull like a freight train.
Man, they're good.
I always said if they grew to 40 pounds, you wouldn't dare to go swimming.
No, yeah. I'll tell you something in the river too that's phenomenal. You can tell they're always fighting the current, right?
Yeah, river fish, yeah. Yeah, especially a place like Perth.
They fight like bulldogs.
Right to the bottom of the lip. Yeah, again, just no good way to get a grip on him. So
I know you're drop shotting up there, and I've been watching you, and I haven't drop shot too much in my life, as it seems to be one of the better techniques of getting fish with rubber. What are your thoughts on that?
Well, Bert, and answer your question, yeah, it's a nice, easy thing to learn. I fish a little heavier drop shot weight than a lot of the guys do because I want this thing on the bottom now, and especially if I'm watching my Lowrance, because I'll pick a fish up on that Lowrance and I could just go vertical and I'm on the bottom just like that, because I tend to throw a 1/2 ounce weight. But a lot of people think of a drop shot as just you drop it down here and you're standing there with this thing, the sinker's on the bottom and you're holding the bait up off the bottom. And that's good and it works great, especially if you can see the fish on your graph. But another great way to work this, and it's easy for a beginner as well, is just throw it. And what we've got here, we're in 35 feet of water, 2 boat lengths off the bank. So I'm going to throw that in, so it's just where I figure the break is. Let that sink, and I'm just going to slowly reel that back. The sinker's going to stay on the bottom, so my bait's just going to be above the bottom all the way down. And it's a nice, simple way to fish plastic. Whoa, sounded better.
Pretty good size one, Rick.
Yeah, that sounded good.
Not too bad, sir. I love it when they do this.
Oh, they just dig for bottom.
When they do that in a tournament, those bigger fish, I just say, get the net.
Yeah, get the net.
That's the net. That's not a bad fish, Rick. Oops. Right in his tongue. Hopefully that'll...
Oh, that was close.
Where is that? It's in the roof of his mouth. He's about 2.5, I'm going to say. Yeah, I mean, a nice fish. Yeah, beautiful fish, about 2.5, maybe. Yeah, nice fish. Take him any day, nice fat belly. There you go, big fella.
I love the water clarity here. This place, the water's, we're out here 25 feet right now, but when you move in towards that rock ledge in there, you can see down 8 and 9 feet. The water's just beautifully clean. Got him right in the roof of the mouth. There. Anyway, yeah, he's nice, healthy. Yeah. Good, healthy fish.
Hey, some of the things, Rick, I know when I'm fishing on lakes or rivers or whatever the case being, I'm looking for, rock piles. I'm looking for, points that come out. I'm looking for weed beds. I'm looking, like you say, inside, contours of the shore, outside, anywhere a bass can hide. My biggest 2 things I look for right off the bat, depending on weather. I'm looking for current in the river, for sure, if I can find current. The other thing I'm looking for is grass. And the reason I say grass, because smallmouth love current. They like lots of oxygen. Current will provide that. If there's no current in the river, I'm looking for that grass, because the grass gives off oxygen. That's a nice fish. Yeah. Come on, big fella.
Oh, there's one.
You got him, Rick?
Yeah, I got one.
Oh, he ain't as big as I thought, man.
No, he's nice though. He's nothing wrong. Look at the breadth of his body.
But you know what, Rick? This fish, as Buddy says, he's been watching football, eating chicken wings. Man. Chicken wings.
Yeah, he's been eating
football. There you go, my brother. That was nice. Let's see if we can get another one, because there's more fish out there.
Well, I just threw out there the jerkbait.
That fish jumped over that 2 or 3 times, and there was another one following up quick.
There, yeah, you got another one going. Yeah, there's another one going.
Right on him. Take her, big boy. The anticipation's killing us.
Welcome back to Backwater Casting. In this segment of the show, Bert and I are still having a ball catching smallmouth bass here on Spednick. And we're going to take a few minutes to chat with him about some of the custom baits that he's making himself.
I think this is a nicer fish. It's not too bad. Yeah. It's another one of those short, stubby fellers. Yeah. But still, a beautiful fish all the same. That guy. Get that guy. There you go, fellas. Beautiful fish. Just beautiful fish. Big fat bellies. There you go there, big boy.
Well, Bert, why don't you take a minute and tell me a little bit about the custom baits that you've been making and show me some of the things that you got hiding in your box down there.
Yeah, these are some of the patterns I put together myself, Rick. You know, some things that you can't buy in the store type thing.
Yeah.
You know, something that's that purple with a
I
silver
like it.
body.
Yeah, I like it.
You know, that to me in the spring of the year. Here's one I call a root beer. You know, it's like a root beer color with that black down the back. The root beer. You know, we always throw the bubblegum type Cincos.
Yeah.
You see that color there? Yeah. I can see that really working.
Oh, I can see that would do it too.
Yeah, it's one of those things, you know.
But what a great hobby.
Yeah, and I buy the blanks.
Yeah.
They're all blanks, and all I do is take them and put my own color schemes on them and so on and so forth. I buy the blanks by 100 now, and of course all my own hooks. They're all gammy hooks, and any color that you want you can put on them. So something to keep a guy busy during the winter. Boy, do they like to fight.
Interesting that they won't hit the jerkbait.
Yeah.
Because I've been right over the top of that a couple of times.
I was watching you and talking and not paying attention. So the bait wasn't moving, right?
Yeah, that's a nicer fish too.
Yeah, nice and dark.
Another picture.
There we go.
Already got one.
Okay.
I snapped one.
There we go, another nice fish. They're all gorgeous fish. You know, Rick, we're really fortunate to have a fishery like this, you know what I mean? I mean, other parts of the world, they have nothing like this. We're fortunate.
He's not as big as the one that went over your top water.
That guy was big, eh? That's a nice fish,
This is
though.
only a pound and a half.
Oh, yeah.
He just hit her hard.
See, they turn off so fast, turn on so fast.
Fight big.
I think that's his twin brother.
Yeah.
Or his older sister.
He actually looks bigger than the other one.
You see the difference in the color of the fish on this side. That is a beautiful fish for a small fish.
Yeah.
Eh? I had no idea that. Didn't miss her that time, did you, big fella? Oh, isn't that nice?
That's awesome right there.
Look at that guy dance, eh?
That's awesome right there.
Yes, sir, dancing Betty.
Yeah.
Buddy, you got to be tired, my friend. That one liked to dance across the top.
I got his buddy.
Yeah, there you go. They're in closer, that's all. Yes, sir, they're dancing, Rick.
Yeah, they are.
Okay. Boy, they're nice fish too, eh?
Yeah.
Look at the crawdad coming out of them.
Yeah.
Those fish, Rick, were chasing minnows.
Yeah.
Just lay that right there. Come here, little buddy. That's the first fish I've ever caught on a drop shot right there. Look at that. Put that on the front of Fishing Magazine.
There you go. Well, Bert, I want to thank you so much for coming out and fishing with us today. That was a lot of fun. We saw some nice fish. Topwater bite was awesome.
Absolutely. Listen, I appreciate it. It was fun. Anytime you can get on the water is a good day.
All fun, yeah. I wished I'd figured earlier that they were in the grass more, because we got some in the rock, but most of the fish were around grass.
Absolutely, but you know what? It's okay. I enjoyed it. I don't know how many fish we caught between us, but it was more than...
It was fun. Yeah,
it was more than 20, we'll say.
Yeah,
you know?
and they're so fat here. I mean, they're just
like footballs, eh?
Yeah, footballs.
They kind of remind us of upriver.
Yeah, just like upriver.
Upriver, yeah.
Woodstock, Perth. Yeah.
Beautiful fish.
Anyway,
they're all nice.
It was a great day.
I appreciate it.